My name is Bill Diener. I practice law with a large law firm here in the city of Indianapolis. And I've had the honor of being on the board of directors for the Concord Center for a little over 20 years now. Currently, I'm serving as president of the board of directors of Concord Center. My law firm, like many other employers here in the city of Indianapolis, encourages the involvement in community activities. As a result, I was looking for an opportunity to serve on a not-for-profit board, and one that was physically relatively close to the downtown area so I could get back and forth easier. The Concord Center fit those needs for me. On the other hand, I've gotten a lot more out of the Concord Center than they've gotten out of me. The Concord Center serves about 600 families, and what has interested me over the years is that the needs of those families change from time to time, but the staff at the Concord Center is always flexible enough to adapt to those changing needs. And further, among not-for-profit centers, the Concord Center staff is one thing that is very dear to my heart. It's a very loyal staff, and it's one that is not particularly inclined toward high turnover. We've had a long tenured staff there that's very much dedicated to these families, which helps in the number of services we provide.
Hi, my name is Pam Velo. I'm Associate Vice President for Donor Services here at Central Indiana Community Foundation. And at CICF, we basically do three things. We provide support and grants to very effective not-for-profits in the community. We provide community leadership around issues in the community such as cultural development or family success. And finally, we work with donors and others, philanthropists in the community, to make their charitable giving more meaningful and more easy. What really impresses me about Concord is that they are a value-laden organization. They are very value-centered, and they value everyone who comes through their doors. Concord has a lot of respect for the people that they serve. They don't have people come in there trying to change them, trying to tell them what to do. They simply provide them with the tools and the resources that people need to become self-sufficient on their own. And we think that that's extremely important. I'm always impressed by the fact that Concord does so much for their neighbors. Concord seems, the atmosphere of Concord is like a family. People there respect each other, they do whatever it takes to help each other, and they genuinely care. One of the most magnificent things about Concord, as far as I'm concerned, is their staff retention. When we see an organization where they have had the same staff in place year after year after year, we know that those people have an opportunity to live their values. And working at Concord is just a way for really, really good people to be able to express their values through their work. I've always, especially in the 11 years that I've worked with Concord, I've loved watching them work with kids, because they don't just care for kids, they care about the kids. And if I had little kids of my own, it's where I would bring them, would be to Concord. Here at CICF, we value deep philanthropic relationships. And I think one of the reasons that Concord stands out for us is because they do too. They have really good relationships with the people that they work with in their community. They have a good relationship with their staff, and they have an excellent relationship with us. As a funder, I feel 100% confident in recommending Concord to any one of our donors, no matter how important they are, because I know that Concord doesn't disappoint. If Concord receives a grant from us, we know that they will operate that grant in a very effective and a very efficient way, and if they propose certain outcomes, we know that they will achieve those outcomes, or they'll have a really good reason why they don't. So we think Concord's great.
I previously indicated for over a century now the Concord Center has been serving the needs of near South Side families here in the city of Indianapolis. And those needs have changed from time to time, but Concord remains and will for the indefinite future a beacon of hope for that community. We work very closely with local churches and schools in this small neighborhood community. But if Concord Center were to leave or to have to close, there would be a void that could not be filled by any other social service agency or religious organization. The families, and particularly the school-age children, preschool children, depend upon Concord, as do their parents. And the seniors program that we provide for the elderly is a significant both social program as well as providing the necessary transportation.
Concord ceased to exist. Right now we have a situation on the south side of Indianapolis where there are very few community resources available in those communities. We have a somewhat depressed economy in that part of the city, and we have an awful lot of people who are trying very, very hard to make ends meet and provide for their families, but without the resources and the support that they get at a place like Concord. I think we would find a lot more people who were having to accept public assistance, who were having to rely on churches, who were just going to go down the tubes, frankly, because these are the people that Concord serves are the people who are on the edge. And what Concord provides them is the opportunity to be self-sufficient, to have pride and dignity, and know that they're able to take care of themselves and take care of their families. So it would be an extraordinary loss if Concord was not in that area.